Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Remy kisses Electra and gets rejected. Creep alert finally goes off. The bold and the beautiful B&B. Spoilers reveal that Remy Price, Christian Weissman, will continue to pretend he's sweet and innocent. Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, considers Remy to be a good friend and clearly doesn't view him as any sort of threat at all. Of course, B&B fans saw that Remy basically had a shrine of Electra photos. Since Remy is a disturbing stalker, all signs point to him being the person behind Electra's deepfake photo scandal. However, Electra doesn't have any inkling about that, at least not yet. As far as Electra is concerned, Remy is someone kind who she's been able to lean on in the past. Remy definitely intends to make sure Electra keeps her word about hanging out sometime. It may not be long until Remy's pressuring Electra to make plans, and maybe even check out his new place. It's easy to imagine Remy luring Electra to his lair now that Deacon Sharp, Seam Cannon, has agreed to let him stay in the upstairs apartment. Remy might show it to Electra eventually and try to score some alone time. Since Remy wants to be the guy Electra turns to, he might get her talking about the photo scandal and how humiliated she was. Remy could comfort Electra despite being the reason for all her pain and embarrassment. Electra already gave Remy multiple hugs when she was first catching up with him. It's obvious that Electra is pretty touchy-feely with Remy, so he may embrace her once again behind closed doors. Perhaps this could lead to Remy deciding to make his move with Electra. Remy knows Electra is getting closer to Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, so he may want to do something before she falls any harder. Remy might think he can steal Electra's heart for himself and plant a kiss on her at some point. Although Electra is only looking for friendship from Remy, he may force a lip lock and get rejected in the end. Will that be when Electra's creep alert finally goes off? Will Remy struggle to hide a sinister reaction and leave Electra on edge? Regardless, our predictions hint that Will's going to sense some trouble sooner or later, so he may get the feeling that Remy is bad news. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Will may have to go into hero mode somewhere down the line, so we'll bring you updates on all the shockers and shakeups. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Remy kisses Electra and gets rejected. Creep alert finally goes off. In the glamorous and high-stakes world of the bold and the beautiful, relationships often blur the line between passion and peril, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. With its iconic mix of drama, betrayal, and intense love triangles, the latest spoilers promise to keep fans hooked. This week, all eyes are on Remy, who finds himself in an uncomfortable situation with the stunning Electra. What begins as a tender moment soon spirals into one of the most awkward and cringeworthy confrontations in recent memory, as Remy's bold move gets an unexpected and unwanted response. Remy and Electra. The unexpected chemistry. Remy, the charming but somewhat misunderstood heartthrob, has been under the radar for a while, flying just below the drama-filled skies of the bold and the beautiful. Known for his smooth-talking demeanor and his ability to weave through the web of Forrester Creations' endless dramas, Remy's quiet confidence is often his best asset. However, this week, that same confidence takes a sharp turn into the realm of awkwardness when he tries to make his feelings known to Electra. Electra, a beautiful new addition to the fashion world, has certainly caught Remy's eye. Her striking beauty, coupled with her mysterious aura, has quickly made her a captivating presence in the world of the bold and the beautiful. She's been a breath of fresh air on the show, a newcomer whose sharp wit and undeniable charisma have earned her both admiration and envy from other characters. Remy and Electra have shared moments of undeniable chemistry. Their flirty banter has been brewing like a storm in a teacup, with moments of subtle touches and lingering gazes. Fans have eagerly been speculating about whether this connection could evolve into something more. Will it lead to a romance, or is it simply the type of tension that will fizzle out before it really ignites? This week, however, Remy decides to take matters into his own hands and make his move, thinking that the simmering chemistry between them is about to boil over. He's convinced that Electra feels the same way, and so, in a moment of boldness, perhaps too bold, he leans in for a kiss. The kiss that shattered the moment. In the heat of the moment, Remy steps forward, his eyes locked on Electra's as he goes for the kiss. It's a vulnerable moment for him, revealing his emotions and his desire to take their connection to the next level. But what Remy doesn't anticipate is Electra's immediate reaction, a rejection that feels both sudden and brutal. As he presses forward, hoping for the spark he's sure is there, Electra pulls back sharply. Her eyes widen, and a clear sense of discomfort flashes across her face. The rejection is instant, and the air between them thickens with an uncomfortable tension. Remy, caught off guard, stumbles back, his expression a mix of embarrassment and confusion. It's a painful moment for him, as he's clearly misread the situation. I don't think we're there yet," Electra says softly, her voice tinged with an air of discomfort. She's trying to be polite, but it's clear that she's not on the same page as Remy. The rejection cuts deep. Remy, typically smooth and composed, finds himself floundering in an uncharacteristically vulnerable position. His eyes shift uncomfortably, and his face flushes with a combination of shame and frustration. The kiss that he thought would be the beginning of something new quickly transforms into a crushing blow to his ego. Creep alert! The fallout from Remy's bold move. While some fans may have been rooting for this romance to blossom, others couldn't help but feel that Remy's actions were crossing a line. Though he's a likable character, his bold and somewhat presumptuous behavior raises the question of consent and boundaries. Electra's clear rejection signals that perhaps Remy's read of the situation was entirely off. For those who have been watching Remy's journey closely, this is not the first time his instincts have been somewhat off. He's had a tendency to rush into things, and his impulsive nature has led to more than one misstep in the past. In this case, his move toward Electra is an awkward and uncomfortable moment that some viewers may interpret as a red flag. It's one thing to flirt and tease, but when the other person doesn't reciprocate, it's time to step back and reassess the situation. In the aftermath of the kiss, Remy finds himself under the scrutiny of his peers. There's a growing sense of unease around his behavior. The creep alert alarm finally goes off, and it's no longer just Electra who feels uncomfortable. Some of Remy's friends and colleagues at Forrester Creations are beginning to wonder if he's been a little too persistent and a little too bold for his own good. Is Remy turning into the kind of guy who doesn't take no for an answer? Even his closest friends, like Zend and Carter, are beginning to question his approach. While they've always supported him, the line between confidence and creeping is starting to blur, and they aren't sure how to handle it. Remy's normally smooth nature has a darker undertone now, as his behavior raises concerns not just for Electra, but for his own future relationships. Electra's struggle. Boundaries in the spotlight for Electra. This moment is more than just a rejection. It's a crucial moment in defining her boundaries in the often complicated and sometimes toxic world of high fashion and celebrity. As someone who has just entered the chaos of the Forrester world, Electra wants to maintain control over her interactions, especially in a workplace where lines can easily get blurred. While she tries to be understanding, the tension that lingers between her and Remy will undoubtedly have long-lasting effects on their professional relationship. Will she be able to continue working with him without the awkwardness becoming unbearable? Or will the incident lead to an eventual fallout that could damage her standing within the company? The rejection also places Electra in an increasingly precarious position. As a woman in a world filled with power players and egos, her every move is scrutinized. Her response to Remy's unwanted advance will surely influence how others perceive her, whether they see her as a victim or a professional navigating a complex situation. The burden of maintaining her composure and professionalism while dealing with Remy's advances will add even more weight to her already challenging life at Forrester. The road ahead, redemption or ruin. So where does Remy go from here? Will he learn from this experience, becoming more aware of his own impulses and the impact they have on others? Or will this rejection spiral into more mistakes, pushing him further into the territory of being a creep? For Electra, it's clear she will need to find a way to assert herself more strongly, establishing boundaries that won't be crossed. Her journey is only just beginning, and with this awkward moment with Remy, she's being forced to confront the complexity of her relationships with her colleagues. In true bold and the beautiful fashion, this is only the beginning. The emotional fallout from this incident will ripple through the lives of the characters, leading to new conflicts, alliances, and revelations. What started as a seemingly innocent moment of chemistry has transformed into a major turning point, and it will be fascinating to see how the aftermath plays out. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Is Hope officially in villain era? New wardrobe choice offers bad girl clue. The bold and the beautiful B and V. Spoilers reveal that Hope Logan's Annika Noel character could be gearing up for a major turning point. It's clear that Hope's getting a lot of blame from the Forresters, so she just might decide to embrace her inner bad girl. Of course, Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McKinswood, is a broken record when it comes to Hope and all her manipulation. It's never a surprise when Steffi trashes Hope and accuses her of being just like her mother, Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. However, now Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, is trashing Hope as well and believes she's the one who led Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, off track. Ridge acted like Hope was just using Carter and talked about her getting her hooks into men before driving them away. Since Ridge blames Hope for hurting Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, and Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, he's made a prediction about Carter's relationship crashing and burning too. It seems like Ridge is ignoring the many mistakes Thomas and Liam made, but we get why he'd want to make Hope the villain in this whole situation with Carter. Ridge is struggling over Carter's betrayal and must find it easier to hold Hope responsible instead. To be fair, Hope has definitely made some moves that are out of character lately, at least compared to the person she used to be years ago. We certainly can't fault Steffi for thinking the worst of Hope after she planted a kiss on John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Nublin. That said, it feels a little extreme for everyone to act like Hope is some sort of villainous mastermind. You'd think Hope was Shayla Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, based on how the Forresters have been talking about her. Nevertheless, Hope might decide to embrace her inner bad girl now that she's getting so much Forrester hate and her own mom has betrayed her. Brooke went running straight to Ridge with the takeover news, so Hope isn't happy about how that all went down. B&B released a preview video for the week of December 2 to 6 that might offer a clue about where Hope's character is headed. In that promo, Hope can be seen in a sassy black number that's reminiscent of the outfits Luna Nozowa, Lisa Yamada, started wearing when she took a sinister turn. Is Hope officially in her villain era? Hope might determine that if everyone wants to believe she's a cold, calculating troublemaker, then she might as well be one. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Hope could become quite the sinister queen if Carter's Forrester takeover gets locked in, so stay tuned for updates on all the drama. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Is Hope officially in villain era? New wardrobe choice offers bad girl clue. For years, Hope Logan has been the epitome of innocence, hope, and optimism on The Bold and the Beautiful. From her role as the sweet, caring daughter of Brooke Logan to her complicated relationship with Liam Spencer and her deep devotion to family and values, Hope has always been portrayed as the moral compass of the show. But as the tides of fortune shift and the darker sides of the Logan family emerge, there are whispers that Hope is about to step into a new and controversial chapter of her life, one that might just see her enter her villain era. The spark of this transformation seems to have been ignited by a surprising new wardrobe choice. Could Hope's latest fashion statement be signaling a dramatic shift in her personality and ambitions? For fans of the show, Hope's wardrobe has always been a reflection of her personality. Soft pastel hues, floral prints, and flowing dresses that embody her gentle, nurturing spirit. But recently, something has shifted. A new side of Hope has been brewing, and her wardrobe may be the first subtle clue that something more sinister is on the horizon. As Hope steps into the spotlight, she's no longer the girl next door. The change is palpable, and her choice of attire is the first indication that she's embracing a more bold, perhaps even dangerous, persona. Could this be the beginning of Hope's transformation into the villainous character many never saw coming? The evolution of Hope's character. Before we dive into the wardrobe shift, it's essential to understand what's been going on with Hope in recent months. Her life has been full of turmoil, betrayal, and emotional upheaval. While she's always been portrayed as a peacemaker, the recent developments in her relationships have slowly chipped away at that idyllic image. Liam, her one true love, has been at the heart of many of her struggles. His ongoing emotional connection with Steffi, his first wife, continues to create tension between Hope and Liam, making it harder for Hope to hold on to the idealized version of her life. In addition to her love life being in disarray, Hope has also faced constant battles within the family dynamics at Forrester Creations. The pressure of running the Hope for the Future line, combined with the family's complex business dealings, has pushed Hope into more assertive, and sometimes even ruthless decisions. Though she's tried to remain the calm and collected figure in the midst of all this drama, it's clear that the stress is beginning to take a toll. It's not just the external pressures that have been building on Hope's psyche. Hope has also had moments of self-doubt and feelings of being overshadowed by her larger-than-life mother, Brooke. While Brooke has always been the glamorous center of attention, Hope has quietly carved her niche as the stable and dependable one. But what happens when the good girl persona no longer serves her, or worse, when it's no longer enough? A wardrobe shift. What does it mean? This brings us to the latest development that's been making waves in the Bold and the Beautiful fan community: Hope's new wardrobe choices. For years, Hope's fashion choices have leaned heavily towards soft, pastel-colored blouses, dresses, and casual chic looks that are undeniably youthful and innocent. Yet in recent episodes, Hope has been stepping out in a striking new wardrobe style. Think black leather jackets, sleek, form-fitting black dresses, bold red accessories, and power suits that scream confidence and authority. These are not the clothes of a woman who is just going along to get along. These are the clothes of a woman who is preparing to take control, to make her presence felt in a way she never has before. But is this just a fashion statement, or is it a symbol of a deeper, darker transformation? In the world of soap operas, wardrobe choices often serve as metaphors for character arcs. Look no further than the iconic red dresses worn by villains like Sheila Carter, or the powerful power suits donned by strong, ambitious characters like Quinn Fuller. Could Hope's shift toward darker, more commanding attire be signaling her entry into the world of cutthroat ambition, power struggles, and perhaps even manipulation? A bad girl is born. Hope has always been portrayed as a heroine, a beacon of light in a world filled with darkness. She was the hopeful daughter, the devoted wife, and the dedicated mother. But what if all that changes? Could the world of Forrester Creations, with all its power plays and drama, turn Hope into someone more ruthless, someone willing to do whatever it takes to win? The signs are pointing in that direction. The sudden appearance of the leather jacket, once the uniform of edgy rebels and antagonists, could be a deliberate attempt to distance herself from her good girl persona. The color black, typically associated with power, mystery, and sometimes even villainy, may be her way of signaling that she's no longer interested in playing by the rules. Gone are the soft floral prints. In their place are sleek, dramatic silhouettes that speak to a bold new direction. And it's not just the clothes. Hope's attitude has shifted too. She's been more assertive in her business dealings, showing less of the sweetness that fans have come to expect from her. She's begun to push boundaries in ways that feel out of character, like using her influence at Forrester for personal gain rather than the good of the company. Could this wardrobe choice be Hope's way of embracing the villainous path? Is she finally acknowledging that the world around her isn't as black and white as she once thought? The once pure Hope might just be transforming into a character who will stop at nothing to get what she wants. The influence of other characters. Of course, Hope's change in wardrobe and attitude wouldn't be happening in a vacuum. In fact, some fans believe that Hope's transformation is largely influenced by the characters around her. One could argue that her growing frustrations with Liam, his ties to Steffi, and the complex relationship dynamics at play have pushed her to reevaluate everything, including her own behavior. After all, the Logan women are no strangers to being labeled as villains in the past, whether it's been due to their personal decisions or their involvement in scandals. Perhaps Hope is merely following in the footsteps of women like her mother, who has constantly battled between her role as a loving mother and wife and her ambitions as a powerful businesswoman. The shadow of characters like Quinn Fuller, Steffi Forrester, and even Sheila Carter looms large in this storyline. They've all walked the line between good and bad, showing that sometimes, in the world of the bold and the beautiful, it's not about being a villain or a hero. It's about surviving and thriving at any cost. If Hope decides to adopt a more villainous persona, it may not be an act of pure malice, but rather a survival tactic in a world that demands more from her than she can give. Conclusion: is Hope ready to embrace her villain era? In the coming weeks, it's clear that Hope's wardrobe shift is only the tip of the iceberg. Her transformation from the sweet, good-hearted Logan to a potential villain is becoming more likely with each passing episode. Will she go full throttle into her villain era, or will she find a way to balance the darkness with the light? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. Hope's newfound wardrobe choices suggest that she is ready to take on a new role. And it's one that might just leave fans questioning everything they thought they knew about the Logan family. If Hope does enter her villain era, it'll be a thrilling ride, one that could shake the foundations of Forrester Creations and redefine Hope's place in the soap's universe. Stay tuned for more bold and the beautiful spoilers as this intriguing storyline unfolds.